Good morning. Today is Saturday, April 29th. This month of April went by fast, didn't it? So it's time for my Weight Watchers weekly meeting highlights. The talk about it today was take good care of yourself, but we mostly talked about habits. So we didn't really get too much into that, but I read the book and I thought it had some good pointers. The first page is to take care of yourself, and it says it's all about self-compassion, being kind, understanding, and supportive of yourself no matter the situation, just as you would with a friend. It's giving yourself pep talks, not putting yourself down, taking care of your physical and emotional needs, and giving yourself credit for all the amazing things you do and say each day. I have to agree with that. I think that you have to take care of yourself first. It's very difficult for me. I was the oldest of 10 children. I was the oldest of 6 children, but when I was 10 years old, there were 6 of us, and my mother put a lot of responsibility on me to take care of my brothers and sisters. So it was just something that was instilled in me from an early age, and even though I'm 66, I still think I have to take care of the world, and it's hard for me to put myself first. It really is. I'm trying, but I'll be honest with you, it's very hard. How it helps: when you treat yourself with kindness, you're more likely to take care of your health, even when you're ill or stressed, and better able to stick with your weight loss. What's more, as your sense of self-worth increases, your relationships with others can improve. Studies show that people who can look at their successes and failures alike with a caring, non-judgmental lens are less afraid of failure and have a more positive outlook and a better sense of well-being. I tell you all the time that all you guys out there, you really help me stay on track. I don't think I'd be doing this if it wasn't for this. I've tried many weight loss programs, and not that I've been hugely successful. Denise started the channel in 2015, and I was gung-ho. I lost all that weight up till November of 2015, and since then I've been struggling. Probably I've only lost maybe 15 pounds, if that, but I'm still at it. I feel that my accomplishment is that I haven't gained the weight back that I've lost. So I look at it that point of view. They also brought up at the meeting, you want respect from other people. You deserve respect when you go out in public and when you're out anywhere, and you demand respect. So you need to start with self-respect, because if you're not going to respect yourself, how are you going to have other people respect you? And I thought that made a lot of sense. And so then the second page is what to do to show yourself some love. Physical examples are what can you do to relieve tension and stress. Examples are a massage, exercise, a warm bath, knitting. For me to relieve stress, for physical activity, is I go for a walk. That does help me. Mental is how do you relax your mind? You read a good book, do a crossword puzzle. I like to play games on my phone, and that kind of helps me. That helps me a lot. Emotional things that you can do to help yourself is like brushing your cat, cooking, gardening, listening to music. Sometimes I feel just a good cry, not in public, because I don't like to cry in public, but if you can get a good cry out there, a lot of times that's going to help. Try not to eat. I am an emotional eater, so you have to listen to that cue. Relationships, how do you connect with others in a way that make you happiest? I love doing things for my family. Once again, brought back to being the oldest, being in charge of making sure everybody was taking care of themselves too. That's just what I do, so I don't know, any other way to handle myself from that. Spiritual is how do you commit to your values? Examples: prayer, volunteer your time, spend time in nature. I go to church every Sunday, or I try to go every Sunday. I do pray every day, and I just see God all around me, and so that's my spiritual way to relax. So then again, they have the think again bubbles. An unhelpful thought is, I do better when I'm hard on myself all the time. Going easy on myself led me to Weight Watchers. But the helpful thought is, I do best of all when I feel supported and encouraged by others, and showing myself the same care can help me motivate myself. And I find that to be true. You guys, I know you probably don't think that you do, but you truly do motivate me. Before I put something in my mouth, I think I got to write it down. I got to film it. I got to do that. It's to the point that my family always says, "Aren't you going to film that?" You know, and I go, "Oh yeah." So they're watching for me too. An unhelpful thought is, I don't have time to do nice things for myself. Everyone else comes first, and there isn't time for both. And the helpful thought is, I do have time to do nice things for myself and still do things for others. If I don't take care of myself, how can I take care of others? That's such a true statement. They tell you even on an airplane that the mothers, you're supposed to put the air mask on first before you put it on your child. So it's just a matter of taking care of yourself first. Once again, I should practice what I preach. I have a hard time putting myself first. And of course, there's the bubbles. Let me see, I got a message. Get that out of the way, it was annoying me. Number 1 is, I continually remind myself to have self-compassion and in turn compassion for everyone else who is just being the very best they can be. I have to try out that too. We give so much love to others, start giving a little to yourselves. I have to agree with that statement too. Being mean to yourself is not going to help you accomplish your goals. You know what, when I get really down on myself, like I did when I was so bad, which you saw, well, on my daily vlog I pointed out that my one meal was 51 points. And it was the fact that I didn't track it till the very next day. I didn't track it before I ate it. I tracked it the next day. Maybe, no, not maybe, probably, more likely, if I would have tracked it before I ate it, I wouldn't have had as much. As my leader told me today, the cake I counted as 30 points. Just one slice of cake is 23, but I figured I had the extra frosting. I could have counted that for my weeklies because I really didn't go into my weeklies too much until then, but you know, I didn't do that, and I just chose poorly, and it was a bad day, and that was Thursday, and you know what? Step over it, step over the body, as they say, and continue on your journey. And then finally, I'm trying to celebrate how far I've come this year instead of how much I slipped last week, digging deep to forgive myself and keep moving forward. Which reminds me, I didn't tell you how I did. I lost. And I'm not even going to say only, because you know what? I'm tired of that mentality. I feel like when you say, oh, I only lost. No, I lost 0.4, and I'm proud of that accomplishment. So I weighed 271.1. I don't know if you can see that. So I lost 0.4, and I am no longer going to say I only lost so much. It was better than gaining. It was better than staying the same. I lost 0.4. I would have lost more if I didn't fall down on Wednesday night and then continue that slip on Thursday and then really not climb out of it completely on Friday. But today is Saturday. I've weighed myself. It's a new day. It's a new start, and I'm going to do better. I look at it for the fact that I've lost a total of 33.1 pounds, and I've kept it off. I mean, I know that I've gained and lost and gained and lost, but for the most part, I've kept the 31. My highest loss so far has been 36.3. So I've gained about 4 pounds. But you know what? It's a far cry from in the past where I would have put all the weight back on that I've lost. I had told you on one of my earlier videos this week, I think it was in a tag, that at one point in my life I lost 78 pounds. And not only did I gain the 78 pounds back, but I gained an additional 30. I don't plan on doing that again. I plan on staying on this program. So I lost this month 3.1. For the month of April, I lost 3.1 pounds. Is it a record? By no means, but it's pretty good. 3.1 is almost a pound a week. A pound a week, and everybody gets sick of hearing it, but a pound a week is 52 pounds. I'll take 3.1 pounds for the month. My goal for next month is to double that. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. But I'm not going to not have it a loss. I am going to have a loss for the month of May. My goal is to lose 6 pounds. I don't know why I keep saying 6 points. 6 pounds. But if I don't lose 6 pounds, you know what? As long as I've lost, that's all I'm going to worry about. And the menu is for Asian chicken lettuce wraps, which actually look pretty good. I don't buy iceberg lettuce though, because I'm not a big fan of iceberg lettuce. But you know what? For that meal, I might. So anyway, we did talk, I haven't got much time left because I babbled on so much about that. We talked about habits. And so we have a loop, I don't know if you can see that we follow. And the loop is, the first part of the loop is the trigger. And the trigger tells your brain how to react. It's going to tell us that we want this or whatever. We want it. Behavior is a routine. My routine, which I have a very hard time getting out of, is in the past, well, not in the past, it's still. I live every day for the day, and so I don't save money, which is bad. I don't save for the future. I'm really bad with money. But I have money to pay my bills, and that's all that matters. In the past, I didn't have money to pay my bills, and I had to rob Peter to pay Paul, as they say. And I would always sit down and do my budget for the month, and when I got done, I would reward myself by having something sweet, cookies, cake, whatever. And I still have that habit. It's a routine for me. I just did May budget yesterday. I had enough money for the month. I have no problem paying my bills for the month. I have money left over. But my mind tells me, because it's a habit, let's have something sweet. And I think I did. I can't remember. You know what? I probably didn't even track it because it's just part of my habit and I just don't think of it. I think I had a brownie that was left over from the other day. Didn't need the brownie, but I rewarded myself with the brownie. And that which brings us to the reward. The brain likes it and wants more. The brain remembers, hey, last month when you did your budget, you said, hey, let's have some cookies, and we had some cookies. So you have to get out of that loop. So there's little things that you should remember about habits. I don't know if you can see that. I should have wrote it a little darker. But H is for hard work. It's a hard work to break a habit. A is for accountability. You have to be accountable for everything you put in your mouth. But B is for belief that you can change, because you can change. I is for incentive. You have to have an incentive of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. And T is for time. It's going to take time to break a habit. They say it takes 21 days to form a new habit or to break a bad habit. And I do believe that. So you have to think what a habit means. And a habit means it's a regular practice, especially one that's hard to give up. And, you know, for 46 years I've been doing the budget, and for 46 years I've rewarded myself every month with a treat. In the past it's been worse, but now I've kind of figured out that you can't be doing that. I still have a treat, but not as much as I did last time. In the past I might have had the brownie plus a Coke, 2 Cokes if we're going to be honest, 2 brownies if we're going to be honest too, and then I'd have some chips and dip or something later on. So I had just the brownie with a glass of water. Not a major accomplishment, but a small accomplishment. So you want to redirect your thoughts. I should say, you know what, when I get done with the budget, I think I'm going to have a nice big bowl of berries. They're sweet. They should take care of the sugar, so that should be it. And then you have to know the difference between willpower and want power. And willpower is the ability to say, I'm not going to have that. That's, you know, I'm not going to have that. And succeed with that thought. You're not going to have it. And then want power is you really want it. So is the want power going to overcome the willpower? And most times the want power should be put to the side, because do you really, really want it? Do you really, really need it? That's what you got to think. And don't depend on a number on a scale. Like I said, I'm not going to be bummed out that I lost 4.4. I feel better. My clothes fit better. I'm able to do more, and I have a whole nother attitude, whole new outlook on life. So that's just what I'm going to do. And I'm going to continue to go to Weight Watchers, and I'm going to continue to follow the program, because you know what, it does work for me. It really does. I have the accountability of going, and I really like my leader. I like the people in the class. And I just feel that this is what's right for me, and it's what I'm going to do. So I hope you like the video. If you have never subscribed to me before, please subscribe. If you think it'll help somebody, share, and leave a comment. I do try to answer my comments the next day. I watch them all the time. I do them usually at night, so I usually don't do them till like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. But I do answer my comments the next day. So stick with it. We got this. We'll break our habits. So remember, break that bad habit.